have a look at the learning goal. Today, you should be able to, if you haven't already figured it out, sketch a parabola. So you should be able to use the X-intercepts, the turning point, and the Y-intercepts to sketch a quadratic in two different forms. Here are the two forms. So one of them, you've got, I guess, a regular trinomial, and those are the steps you follow, finding the X-intercepts, Y-intercepts, turning points, sketching using those 4 points. The other form is called the turning point form, pretty much because it already has the turning point laid out for you, and that's with the brackets. And that's what we've done over the last 2 weeks. So if you haven't written down the 2 red boxes, please write them down. So let's do an example, a specific case. So let's do what it said in the steps. The X-intercepts. So we're finding the X-intercepts. We can either factorize, complete the square, or use the quadratic formula. I'm feeling lazy. I'm just going to use the quadratic formula. X equals negative b plus or minus square root b squared minus 4ac all over 2a. Sub in the b value. B becomes positive 8. Negative 8 squared is correct. The A one is 2 and C is 3. Subbing it all in, you get 3.58 is one answer. 40. 42. So those are our 2 X-intercepts. They look like this. Now we need to find our Y-intercepts. All right, so what's equal to 0 this time? So sub in x equals 0. 0 minus 0 plus 3 is 3. So that's our Y-intercept. Now we use our turning point formula. Does anyone remember it from that little box? It should be in front of you. So that gives us the x.
And then you substitute it in.
So it's negative b, which is 8, or negative 8, sorry. So it becomes positive 8 over 2 times a, which is 2. 8 divided by 4 is 2. So that's our x. Sub that in to get the y. Into the equation, because we're finding another point in the equation. 2 squared minus 8 times 2 plus 3. Y is 8. Take 16 plus 3, which is negative. Correct. So our turning point, our 4th point that we found today for this specific case is 2, negative 5. We use all of this to sketch. Tell me and I'll help. Bugger. Do you have a better suggestion?
Okay, I think I'm confused from the y equals 2 times 4, take 8 times
So those are our 4 points. And we sketch our graph. Make sure you label everything. Y, X, 3,
How many? Not
10.
Okay, so I think what I've confused myself is, I got the x equals 8 over 4 equals 2.
Yep.
But then the y equals 2 times 4 take 8, 8 times 2 plus
Sometimes I skip stuff. Okay, so watch this. Just in case A is greater than 0 in the original equation, what does that tell us?
That A is greater than 0.
The turning point is a minimum. It's the lowest point in the graph. It's a minimum. It's a smiley face. It's positive. It's a minimum turning point. This isn't necessarily worth any marks. I'm just showing you. Maybe you'll get a question. A is greater than 0. What does that tell us?